Hello everyone and welcome to Plus Equal. Today we are here to talk about Unity version control. So let's get started. First thing you need to do is come to Unity VCS and use Unity version control. So first we need to log in. So let's press here login. If this tab doesn't show up for you, first you need to fix your organization. You need to get to the browser. If you see any errors usually apply to this organization settings tab, you will see that it needs to be updated. Just do it and then you can log in inside Unity. As you can see, I have the login option. Some people might get an error saying that they can't log in, and that's because usually they have errors in their account. Usually you just need to update like the address information or something and you are ready to go. So I'll try to join here. As you can see, the login, it's done. Now we need to create the workspace. Let's create the workspace. I will leave for now everything default as it is. It's very fine to me. I just want to create this so we can move on. If you are working with some teammates and so on, you need this one. This might be the best for you, all right? Maybe you don't need branching or merging, but at least the ability to push and pull, it's cool. These ones are more advanced techniques in case you want to separate the project for certain milestones, for example. For now, we will create the workspace as it is. And as you can see, I already got this opened up. So if I want, I can open this up in a bigger window so you can see what's happening right here. And this is pretty much telling me, hey, you don't have anything inside your workspace. Your workspace probably is empty, and stuff that I have been adding on the other tutorials are appearing here. So there is plenty of stuff. So I would recommend you to do this first with an empty project and then add just one item or two and see if it's working. But anyway, for me, I'm the only one working on this project. I don't have any teammates, so I won't ruin anything for the other people. I can add all these items, have a little summary here, first commit, and then you can add a description as well, like adding my first batch of files. Oh, something that you can notice here is that I need to update my Unity version control. If you come to the version history, you can now actually look for other options and it will have this one, and you can update. You have a button to show more versions. It's kind of tricky, it doesn't show up directly. So far it seems like it's installed. Let's see if it's running smoothly again after it compiles. So it seems done. Let's go back here. See, as you can see, they already added some stuff. So I will put this on. Now I got my icon there. It's already different a little bit. That's why I like to keep this stuff updated. Here you can refresh your items if you add more stuff. Here you can actually invite people. If you press it, you go to your browser to invite people there, but it's very easy process. For example, something like this, and then you can add groups or add members. You just need to put, for example, someone's email here and type if you want people to have like permissions or not, and then you can add them to your project. Of course, that you have some plans, you can add some people only in the free version, then you might need to expand it. If you want more people, you can have the upgrade plan button right here. You also have this page under DevOps, which allows you to check your repositories. For example, I got my intro tutorial right here. A little bit as you are used to see in GitHub, for example, with file logs, code reviews, branches, and so on. And then you have the settings that we use to update. If we press the settings right there, we got even more options. You can disable this, and we have other options as well right here. But this is too much to go through right now. Down here in the bottom, we have the undo. This allows you, for example, to undo unchanged. If you messed up with an asset but you didn't change, you just saved it, you can undo because there's no point in submitting something that you actually didn't change. Or you can undo the checkouts but keep the changes on your computer. You also have the shelf. This is when you don't want to submit something to everyone to see, to the public project, let's call it, to the repository, but you just want, for example, one out of 10 people to have your change list. You can shelve it and you pass these shelf files to that person, and that person can download them in their machine, but no one else will be allowed to see it if they don't want to. And then we have the check-in button, which we will press and see what's happening right here, compiling some stuff, and check-in is successfully completed. If I want, I can press here, and as you can see, I got like the creation of the repository, and then I have like the engine itself, some settings, and then my first commit. right here on the top. Then you have a lot of options whenever you press stuff, but for now you don't need that. And this is pretty much it. If I save my scene, you see that I got a little arrow there, this purple arrow, right? If I go here, this asset is already in my pending change list. In this case, I have my scene right here because Unity version control doesn't allow specific control under assets. Most likely you don't want to work at the same scene as other people, otherwise you might get conflicts. This is the introduction to Unity version control. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to keep updated with the content that I create. It helps me out a lot. And I'll see you guys, as always, in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. I'll see you there. Stay awesome.